Hello all, this is Skinny and welcome to the Safe Space, the only place we feel safe. Today I'm going to dip my toes into anime. Some of these videos and animations will be experimental for my channel. I appreciate any feedback, good or bad, but I hope you enjoy. During my childhood, my first exposure to anime started at 7 o'clock on weeknights, watching TV before bed. After dinner, my father would leave at 6 for night shift and our mum would do cleanup and ready us for bed, giving my brother and I the TV for a couple hours. Sitting in the main living room with the Foxtel and a 40-inch screen was heaven. For those who don't live in Australia or aren't familiar with Foxtel, it's like DirecTV, a list of channels labelled 1 through 9 with categories. We had chosen number 7, the Kids and Family channel, which would give us 5 more options: Nickelodeon, Nick Jr., Disney, Cartoon Network and Boomerang. I know it might be a bit too much, or why is he waffling, but stick with me, alright? So we would click on the Cartoon Network from 7 o'clock. If memory serves me right, we would catch the last 10 to 15 of Dragon Ball until 30 past and watch Z until 10 past 8. After Dragon Ball hour, some shows would loop through until it settled on Naruto. Being a little kid and not liking change very much, we switched channels to Boomerang for old school Tom and Jerry, Flintstones or the Jetsons. One night, while I was in my room, my younger brother had watched an episode of Naruto and was hooked. The next night he insisted we give it a chance and I reluctantly did so. Having missed some of the first few episodes, we entered the series at the Forest of Death, watching Team 7 take on the Water Dudes, Orochimaru in a plastic face, and the sound trio was quite heavy as a kid. Orochimaru was frightening, especially with the soundtrack that accompanied him. Those organs, the eerie dark forest, and the way he toyed with Team 7 during their fight was traumatic. He was by far the best villain. With a bedtime of 8:30, we begged our mum to push it back to 9. She compromised to 45 past so we could catch the end of the episode. Getting Rock Lee fighting Gaara, Neji resenting and breaking Hinata, setting up the clash with Naruto in the semi-finals, Shikamaru being a low-key smartest fighter in exams were all fond memories of the series for me. The Chunin exam arc will always be nostalgic being a little kid, sitting on the living room carpet. While the Dragon Ball series had fights, something about Naruto's fights had complex tactics that were far more than just I have more energy or I'm powering up to a greater level. The use of weapons and tools and multiple use of different jutsu had offered different outcomes to fights, keeping me engaged for future viewing. By no means my intention is to disrespect Dragon Ball, because like Naruto, it was my gateway show to get into anime. If Dragon Ball hadn't existed, much of the other shows I watch wouldn't either. Many shows cite Dragon Ball as an inspiration, and many fans like myself cite it as one of the first shows they watched getting in. Dragon Ball was my first, but Naruto had kept me engaged as a lifelong fan. To keep this video short and sweet and to save some content for future releases, I'd appreciate any feedback in the comments. Otherwise, like the video and subscribe if you enjoyed my discussion.